Namaste. Diwali is over, the lamps have dimmed, the celebrations have settled, and now begins a new phase, a deeper, more transformative chapter in your life. The outer light has faded, but the real light, the inner one, must now begin to glow. As Mars enters Scorpio and joins Mercury, the energy around us shifts from festivity to intensity, from outer joy to inner transformation. This is the time to go within, to face what's real, what's hidden, and what's ready to be reborn. So, in today's episode, let's understand what this powerful Mars Mercury transit in Scorpio means for all of us and how it is preparing you for something profound. And so, in this podcast, I have not only covered about the impact of Mars Mercury in Scorpio, but as always, there are deep spiritual insights which can enrich your life, your understanding, and help you grow inside out. Always remember, the real growth is the growth within. Money will come and money will go. Today you are rich, super rich. Tomorrow you may become poor. This continues, but what remains is your awareness. And so if you focus on raising this awareness, then you will be all right. You suffer because you are always dependent on the outside. What he is saying about me, what she is saying about me. Remember, all these people, their minds keep changing. Based on their interest, today they will like you, tomorrow they will dislike you. Do you really want to rely on this kind of people? Do you really want to take their opinion seriously? You have to ask this question yourself. Because unless and until you dive within and you realize yourself, nobody else can let you know who you are. The question, who am I? If it is still not coming to you, then you will stay lost. You will remain lost. The sooner this question starts coming to you, who am I? Because what you do, doctor, professor, businessman, is just your role. It is not what you are. So who you are? This question, who am I, is very significant. And the reason I am talking about all of these things is because that is what Scorpio is all about. Scorpio, the eighth sign, is full of intensity. Remember, the eighth house is the most significant house. If you have planets in eighth house, or if there is any specific drushti of a positive planet on 8th house, or if your moon or Mercury is in 8th house, then you are not a common soul. Because you are trying to understand, you are trying to find the answer to the question why. You are not just a believer, you are a seeker. You are willing to jump because you have that 8th house power. And so, having planets in 8th house is indeed a very, very significant positive sign that you are about to transform. The real transformation is the transformation within. And that is what Scorpio is all about. The passion and the intensity that Scorpio brings, if it is turned inward towards self-realization, imagine what a great development can happen. How much aware you can become. How much spiritual bliss you can truly experience. And so, many such insights I have shared in this podcast, along with the impact of Mars, Mercury in Scorpio, and how it will impact your zodiac sign. So, on this note, let's begin with this podcast. Mars enters Scorpio on the 27th of October and joins hands with Mercury, which arrived in Scorpio on the 24th of October.
Scorpio has always been one of my favorite zodiac signs. I love its intensity. And to help you all understand the true meaning of this intensity, I will be sharing at the end of this podcast a deeply insightful story of the great Sufi mystic Baba Farid. When Mercury joins Mars in Scorpio, it signifies a period when intense, profound, and transformative decisions are made. Decisions that can lead to great inner and outer transformation. Remember, Scorpio is connected with the 8th house, a house I truly love. For it is within the 8th house that real transformation occurs. Without the 8th house, life would become monotonous and dull. I have written several blogs and created videos on the significance of planets in the 8th house. Those who have strong connections with the 8th house are often drawn toward me because they are seekers, not merely believers. And a true master always seeks seekers, for only a seeker dares to turn inward. Only a seeker says, "Show me how to meditate," while a believer merely asks questions out of curiosity, questions without depth or longing. A believer asks, "Does God exist?" He is simply curious, seeking a conversation. But a seeker says, "Show me how to experience God. I want to experience Him." That is the difference between a believer and a seeker. The master is always in search of a true seeker, not a student but a disciple. A student cannot wait, he lacks patience and merely collects knowledge. But a disciple can wait, he waits with deep trust, and in that waiting, transformation happens. For the longer he waits for the Guru, the more love blossoms within his being. And then, one day, at the most unexpected moment, the Guru appears before him. From that moment, there is no turning back. The initiation begins, oneness dawns, and duality dissolves. There is no master, no disciple, only unity. How can one describe such oneness? Words fail, for language has limits. Everything becomes possible only when you are ready to change, when you are willing to drop your head and follow your heart. Kabir always said, "Follow me only if you are ready to set your house on fire. Become my disciple only if you are willing to cut off your head." Logic belongs to the head, love belongs to the heart. Kabir was never interested in your head, he was interested in your heart. And that is how God works. God is not impressed by your logic, your degrees, or your intellectualism. He seeks only your heart. If you are a person of the heart, no matter where you are or what situation you are in, God Himself will come searching for you. Once Ananda asked Buddha, "Master, how do you plan your journeys?" Buddha replied, "Ananda, I never plan anything. My legs simply move toward those men and women who thirst for my words and my love." That is the essence of life. You need not go to the Himalayas. If your longing is true, if your longing is intense, the Himalayas will come to you. What matters is your thirst, your deep, intense yearning to experience God, to experience the beyond. So always focus within, not on the negativity or the people who disturb your peace. Focus on your friends, not your enemies. And who can be a greater friend than the Divine Master himself? Remember, Krishna was first a friend and then the Guru of Arjuna. In the Ganesha Shloka, we say, Tvameva Matacha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Sakha Tvameva. Meaning, O Lord Ganesha, you are my mother, my father, my friend, and my companion. But to reach to this state of self-realization, one must go through self-transformation. And that is what Scorpio is all about. Whether or not you achieve this inner transformation depends on how intense you are. Those who have planets in Scorpio naturally possess a deep intensity in pursuit of their goals and purpose. It is that intensity which drives them to seek, to evolve, and ultimately to succeed. Scorpio, the 8th sign of the Zodiac and the ruler of the 8th house in the Kalapurush Kundali, has given birth to countless seekers who have undergone profound inner change. And now, let us understand how this powerful transit of Mars and Mercury in Scorpio will impact you based on your sign. Aries, Mercury Mars will transit in your 8th house. For my Aries friends, this is going to be quite an intense yet powerful phase. Mars, your own ruling planet, is now in Scorpio, joining Mercury in your 8th house. And you know what that means? It's transformation time for you. Life may push you to dig deeper, to face hidden truths, emotional patterns, or situations you have been avoiding. Something inside you wants to change, and this transit is giving you the courage to finally do it. Mars makes you bold, while Mercury helps you think and speak with clarity. Just be careful. Don't say things in the heat of the moment or make quick financial decisions, especially when it comes to shared money or partnerships. This is also a great time for introspection, meditation, and diving into anything spiritual or mystical. You might suddenly feel drawn toward astrology, healing, or learning about the deeper side of life. Go with it. Scorpio energy loves depth. Health-wise, listen to your body. Slow down when needed. Avoid unnecessary stress or overthinking, because this phase is more about transforming from within than fighting battles outside. If you flow with this energy, you will come out stronger, lighter, and far more self-aware than before. During this time, chant the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. It will help you calm that fiery Mars energy. And remember, transformation isn't easy, but for Aries, it's the fire that makes you shine even brighter. Taurus, this transit is lighting up your 7th house, the house of relationships, partnerships, marriage, and public image. With Mars and Mercury coming together here, things could get fiery, passionate, and at times a little dramatic. Mars brings intensity and assertiveness, while Mercury brings words, thoughts, and communication. So expect your conversations with your partner, spouse, or close associates to become more direct, maybe even heated. But that's not a bad thing. This energy is pushing you to be honest and clear about what you truly feel. Just remember, tone matters. Speak your truth, but do it with calmness. If you are single, this transit could attract someone magnetic, someone intense, mysterious, or a bit unconventional. For those already in relationships, this phase can either reignite the spark or expose underlying tension that needs to be resolved. Business wise, this is a great time to negotiate, collaborate, or sign new deals, but only if you read the fine print carefully. Mercury wants clarity, Mars wants action. Balance both. On a deeper level, the seventh house teaches compromise and emotional maturity. You will realize that love isn't about control, it's about understanding. Mars gives you the fire and Mercury gives you the words. Together, they can rebuild or renew your connection if you handle things consciously. Practice patience in conversations and avoid reacting impulsively. And always remember and say these words: I communicate with love and act with awareness. My relationships are a mirror for my growth. Keep saying this to yourself, and it will help you in making your relationships more positive and more beneficial. And Taurus natives, you should chant this mantra during this time. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Gemini. This transit is all about sharpening your focus and strengthening your inner discipline. Mars and your ruling planet Mercury are teaming up in your sixth house, the zone of work, health, service, and competition. You are entering a phase where life wants you to get things done. Mars gives you the drive to tackle pending tasks, confront issues head on, and clear up the clutter. Whether it's at work, in your daily routine, or within your mind. Mercury adds sharp thinking and problem solving skills, helping you communicate efficiently and plan strategically. However, the sixth house is also about stress and rivalry, so be mindful of overreacting. You might feel a little more irritable or impatient, especially with co-workers or people who challenge your opinions. Channel that fiery energy into productivity rather than conflict. Health-wise, pay attention to your body. This is a good time to start a fitness routine, detox, or fix irregular sleep or diet habits. Mars wants movement, Mercury wants mindfulness, so combine the two. Financially and professionally, new opportunities can arise, especially if you stay organized and proactive. You are being pushed to prove your worth, not to others, but to yourself. Remember this. Take short breaks to reset your mind. Overthinking is Mercury's trap. And always say this affirmation: I channel my energy wisely. I work with focus, speak with clarity, and move with purpose. Keep saying this affirmation so that you remain positive and you focus on constructive work rather than on other small talks. And start chanting the mantra Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Cancer. This transit is going to stir your heart and awaken your creative fire. Mars and Mercury are now moving through your fifth house, the realm of creativity, love, self-expression, and inspiration. You might suddenly feel a strong urge to express yourself, to speak your truth, create something new, or pour your emotions into a passion project. Mars adds confidence and courage, while Mercury sharpens your thoughts and communication. Together, they make you bold, expressive, and maybe even a little flirtatious. If you are in love, expect things to get intense. Passion runs high, and conversations may take deeper emotional turns. Just be careful not to become too reactive or controlling in love matters. Let your feelings flow, but keep your calm. This is also an excellent time for creative pursuits, writing, music, public speaking, or anything that allows your soul to shine. For those planning to start something new, a business, a YouTube channel, or a side project, this is a green signal from the universe. On the flip side, Mars in the fifth can sometimes make you restless or impatient with children or younger people. So practice patience, avoid arguments, and stay grounded through meditation and prayers. Spiritually, this transit asks you to create from the heart. When you follow what you truly love, the divine supports you in ways you can't imagine. Spend time doing what makes your heart come alive. Creativity is your healing. My dear Cancer fellows, creativity is your healing. And start saying this affirmation. I express myself fearlessly. My creativity is divine and my heart is my greatest strength. Keep repeating this affirmation and you will gain more strength, more confidence to do something beautiful in your work area. And my Cancer fellows, start chanting this mantra during this time. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Leo, this transit is turning your focus inward, toward your home, roots, and emotional foundation. Mars and Mercury are now moving through your fourth house, stirring up deep feelings connected to family, security, and inner peace. Mars brings energy and restlessness to your domestic space. You might suddenly feel the urge to redecorate, renovate, or make big changes around your home. Mercury, on the other hand, brings communication and sometimes misunderstandings with family members. So be mindful of your tone. What you say may carry more power than you realize. Emotionally, this period can feel like a roller coaster. You may feel torn between wanting solitude and wanting to be understood. Mars can make you defensive while Mercury can make you overthink. The key is to balance head and heart. Don't let small family issues drain your peace of mind. This is also a good time to reflect on your sense of belonging. What truly feels like home to you? For some Leos, this could bring an emotional release, a realization about the past, or even a physical move that feels destined. On a positive note, you will have the strength to handle old emotional baggage. Mars here gives you courage to confront your feelings, and Mercury helps you express them in words. Healing begins when you stop suppressing. Spend time in nature or light a lamp at home daily. It helps balance emotional energy. And start saying this affirmation: My home and my heart are sacred spaces. I create peace within and harmony follows around me. And start chanting this beautiful Rama mantra during this time. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Virgo. This transit lights up your third house, the zone of communication, ideas, courage, and short travels. With your ruling planet Mercury joining fiery Mars here, your mind will be buzzing with thoughts, plans, and fresh inspiration. You will feel more confident expressing yourself, whether it's through writing, teaching, speaking, or content creation. Mars adds boldness while Mercury sharpens your words. Just be a little cautious. Your tongue may get sharper than usual, and not everyone can handle your new level of honesty. This is also a time for action. You might start new projects, reconnect with siblings, or take short but meaningful trips. Your courage and initiative are strong now. You are ready to make things happen instead of waiting for the right time. However, try not to rush. Mars can make you impatient, and Mercury retro style overthinking can create confusion. Take one step at a time and avoid conflicts, especially with colleagues or family members. Spiritually, this phase is about communication from the heart. Speak your truth, but with awareness. The universe will support your voice if it comes from sincerity and not ego. Start writing down your ideas. Your mind is sharp now, and inspiration will strike suddenly. So keep a pen and diary with you, and ensure that you immediately write down the ideas that come to you, because these ideas can actually change the course of your life. And start saying this affirmation to yourself: I speak with clarity and confidence. My words carry light, courage, and purpose. And chant the beautiful Krishna mantra. Om Klim Krishnaya Namaha. Om Klim Krishnaya Namaha. Om Klim Krishnaya Namaha. Chant this mantra during this phase of Mars and Mercury transit. Libra. This transit is bringing focus to your finances, speech, and self-worth. Mars and Mercury are joining forces in your second house, the zone of money, possessions, and the words you speak. You might feel a strong push to take charge of your financial situation. Maybe start something new, plan your savings better, or clear long pending dues. Mars gives you the drive to act, while Mercury adds the strategy to make smart choices. Just be mindful of impulsive spending or sudden decisions related to investments. Think twice before jumping in. Your words will carry extra power now. Mars can make your tone sharp and direct, while Mercury makes you articulate better. So use this wisely. Your speech can either build strong connections or unintentionally hurt someone close. Family matters, especially around money or values, might come into discussion. Be calm. This isn't the time for ego clashes. It's time for clarity. Spiritually, this is also about redefining your sense of worth, not through money, but through self-value. The second house teaches that abundance begins with what you believe you deserve. Offer water or red flowers to the sun every morning to stabilize Mars energy. If possible, fast on Tuesdays from sunrise to sunset, and after sunset, eat only vegetarian dinner. During fasting, you can eat fruits, drink tea, coffee, or milk. And say this affirmation to yourself on daily basis. My words create peace, my actions attract prosperity, and my worth comes from within. And start chanting this beautiful, sweet mantra which I myself love a lot. The mantra is Om Ram Ramaya Namaha, Om Ram Ramaya Namaha, Om Ram Ramaya Namaha. Chant this beautiful Rama mantra 108 times, morning and evening, during this phase of Mars and Mercury transit. Scorpio, this is your time, your energy, your fire, your comeback. Mars, your ruling planet, is back home in your sign, and Mercury joins it, sparking a powerful phase of confidence, intensity, and clarity. You are radiating strength right now. People will notice your presence without you saying a word. Mars in the first house gives you boldness, courage, and a strong urge to take charge of your life. Mercury adds sharp thinking and persuasive communication. Together, they make you unstoppable, but also a bit impatient. So take a breath before reacting. You don't have to prove your power. You already are power. You might feel inspired to start new ventures, change your look, or make decisions that align more with your authentic self. Just make sure those moves come from inner clarity, not emotional impulse. This is also a time when your words and action carry karmic weight. What you say and do will echo. Be mindful, especially in relationships. Intensity is good, but possessiveness or dominance can backfire. On the brighter side, this transit fuels your magnetism and charisma. Perfect for personal growth, public visibility, or even reigniting passion in love. It's transformation in motion, and you are leading it. Meditate or spend quiet time daily to ground your immense energy. And say this affirmation to yourself: I am fearless, focused, and aligned with my true power. Transformation begins with me. And start chanting the Ganesha mantra. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Chant this Ganesha mantra during this transit phase for 108 times morning and evening, and you will be perfectly fine. Sagittarius. This transit is all about letting go, healing, and preparing for a quieter inner transformation. Mars and Mercury are now moving through your 12th house, the house of solitude, spirituality, and the subconscious mind. You may feel a strong need to withdraw from the noise and reconnect with yourself. Mars here burns through the old fears, attachments, and patterns that no longer serve your higher purpose. Mercury helps you reflect and understand why certain endings are necessary for you. Together, they are preparing you for a powerful new beginning that will come once Mars moves into your sign. This is an ideal time to rest, meditate, travel inward, and spend time near water. Avoid unnecessary confrontations or draining social circles. Your energy is precious right now. Save it for healing, creativity, or spiritual work. Some hidden matters or secrets may surface, but take them as lessons, not threats. You are being guided to close old karmic cycles gracefully. Sleep, intuition, and dreams may become stronger now, revealing insights about your path ahead. Financially, be cautious. Avoid impulsive expenses or hidden costs. Emotionally, learn to forgive and release. Remember, endings aren't losses, they are transitions. Light a diya or candle each night and start chanting the mantra Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Chant this mantra for inner peace 108 times morning and evening. And say this affirmation to yourself: I release the old with love. My silence heals me and my spirit is awakening. Keep saying this affirmation, my dear fellows, and you will be perfectly fine. Capricorn. This transit brings energy, ambition, and networking power to your 11th house, the zone of gains, friendships, and long-term goals. With Mars and Mercury joining forces here, your drive to achieve success is about to skyrocket. You will feel highly motivated to expand your circle, chase big opportunities, and make bold moves in your career or business. Mars gives you the fire to take action, while Mercury sharpens your strategy and negotiation skills. It's a great time to connect with influential people, collaborate on projects, or turn your ideas into profit. However, be mindful of how you communicate with friends or team members. Mars can make you come across as too assertive or too impatient. Use Mercury's calm intellect to express yourself wisely and avoid ego clashes. Financially, this transit can open new doors, unexpected gains, bonuses, or the realization of a long awaited goal may come your way now. Just make sure you stay practical and grounded. Don't get carried away by excitement or flattery. Spiritually, the 11th house teaches one simple truth. Your network reflects your vibration. Surround yourself with positive, progressive people who match your new frequency. Be generous, help others rise, and your blessings will multiply. And say this affirmation: I attract success and supportive connections. My goals align with divine timing and purpose. And start chanting this mantra. Om Kala Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Kala Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Kala Bhairavaya Namaha. Chant this beautiful Kala Bhairav mantra during this transit phase 108 times, morning and evening, and you will be alright. Aquarius. This transit is all about power, purpose, and your public image. Mars and Mercury are joining in your 10th house, the house of career, recognition, and karma. Get ready because life is putting you in the spotlight. Mars fuels your ambition. You will feel a stronger push to take control of your professional life, make bold moves, or step into leadership roles. Mercury, meanwhile, helps you plan, communicate, and execute those ideas with precision. Together, they make you unstoppable as long as you stay calm and strategic. At work, expect higher visibility. People are noticing you now. But this also means your words carry more weight. Speak wisely and avoid power struggles with seniors or colleagues. Let your work speak louder than your emotions. If you have been waiting for a promotion or for launching something new or trying to establish your authority, this is the time to act. Mars gives momentum, Mercury gives clarity. Use both to build something lasting. Personally, you may feel a bit detached or overworked. Balance is the key. Don't let professional pressure affect your peace of mind or relationships. This is your time to shape your destiny. The universe is saying, step up, it's your turn. Keep a clear morning routine. It will help you stay centered amid all the activity. And say this affirmation to yourself on daily basis. I lead with clarity and courage. My work reflects my higher purpose and strength. And start chanting this beautiful Rama mantra during this time. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Pisces. This transit is opening the doors of wisdom, travel, and higher purpose. Mars and Mercury are now moving through your 9th house, the house of destiny, dharma, and spiritual expansion. You may suddenly feel a strong urge to explore something new, a new belief, a new philosophy, or even a new place. Mars gives you the courage to step out of your comfort zone, while Mercury inspires you to learn, question, and expand your understanding of life. This is the universe's way of saying it's time to grow beyond your limits. Some of you may feel called to travel, not just physically, but spiritually. A pilgrimage, a retreat, or even quiet reflection can bring profound realizations. Teachers, mentors, or spiritual guides may play an important role now. However, Mars can make you a bit impatient with other people's opinions. So be open to listening. Don't let debates turn into ego battles. The goal is understanding, not proving who is right. Professionally, this transit supports higher studies, teaching, publishing, or any work that involves knowledge and communication. Spiritually, it's about trusting the divine flow. You are being guided toward your true path now. Read or listen to something uplifting every morning. It will keep your mind and spirit aligned. And say this affirmation to yourself on daily basis. I trust the journey. Every experience is a lesson guiding me closer to truth and freedom. And start chanting this beautiful Keshav mantra. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Chant this mantra 108 times morning and evening during this transit phase of Mars and Mercury. And so, whenever Scorpio sign gets activated and fired up by Mars and Mercury, you are bound to see certain intense transformations and decisions that are disruptive in nature. And now, to help you realize the significance of being intense, let me share with you a very beautiful story of Baba Farid. One day, a man approached Baba Farid and asked, "How can I experience God?" Like many intellectuals, this man was eager to engage in debates and overanalyze the path to God. Baba Farid, like most Sufi mystics, was a man of action rather than words. He replied, "I am going to the river to bath. If you want an answer, come with me." The man was puzzled. He wondered why Baba couldn't answer him right here, but remembered the villager's warning. Do not debate with Baba Farid, or he will refuse to entertain you. And so reluctantly, the man followed Baba Farid to the river. When they arrived, Baba removed his clothes and instructed the man to do the same. Shocked and hesitant, the man complied, fearing he might otherwise be sent away. Once they were both in the river, Baba suddenly grabbed the man's head and pushed it underwater. The man struggled, fighting with all his strength to free himself, but Baba held firm. Finally, with sheer determination and total intensity, the man managed to break free. Furious and gasping for air, he yelled, "You are insane! I thought you were a wise saint, but you are nothing but a madman." Baba Farid simply laughed and asked, "What were you thinking when your head was underwater?" The man, still fuming, replied, "Thinking? Are you mad? I wasn't thinking at all. All I wanted was to get out of the water, and I was trying with everything I had." Baba Farid smiled and said, "Exactly. When you seek God with the same intensity, with no distractions, no thoughts, just total focus, that is when you will experience God." This story encapsulates the essence of Scorpio, intensity. It teaches us that intellectual debates and overthinking will not lead to divine experiences. Only pure, focused intensity can bring transformation. Scorpio is also a sign of adventure, tied to the mysteries of life and the unknown. Its connection to the eighth house in astrology symbolizes transformation, hidden knowledge, and spiritual journeys. Soon, even the Sun will transit Scorpio on 15th of November. Remember, the significance of the zodiac sign is immense. In fact, the entire stream of Gemini astrology focuses on signs rather than planets, unlike Parashar astrology, which emphasizes on planets. The sign adds its unique color and energy to any planet passing through it. And so, as I now travel to New Delhi to receive the top astrologer of the year award from the hands of Bollywood actor Arbaz Khan, I can feel the divine synchronicity of it all. Mars entering Scorpio and my own birthday approaching on November 15th. When it comes to Scorpio, I understand its depth, its mystery, and its transformative fire. Always remember this: only a man who has dealt with his own darkness can deal with the darkness of others. Only a man who has burned in the fires of self-transformation can truly help another rise from the ashes. That is the essence of Scorpio: to die, to evolve, and to be reborn in light. And so, as I head toward New Delhi, my heart is filled with gratitude. This award isn't just mine, it belongs to you, my listeners, my followers, my soul family. Every word of encouragement, every act of faith has carried me here. Yes, there were times when people tried to pull me down. But remember, the sun always rises, always shines. And so will you. No matter how dark the night seems, keep your faith, stay positive, and turn inward. Because the same divine light that shines through me shines through you too. Love you all, and I will be back soon. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Guru, Jai Guru.
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः।